Hey, happy
Hola.
Friday. We are back once again. Let me get these banners up. Hold up. Let me get used to using these sounds. Let me turn the volume up.
Yeah, there we go. It's another Friday.
In today's story time, because first of all, welcome back to Live Talk. I'm your girl Artisha Sparkle.
I'm Jasmine Lauren.
You can find us on all the socials. If you like here, this that we got going on, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. But anyway, so we shift gears a little bit because we are tired of talking about celebrity news and
Content.
gossip.
Oh,
And the hip hop boys are still beefing.
right.
Kendrick is dropping another diss track to Drake. It's like the 80th one.
Another one back to back.
Back
Literally.
to back, literally. And I don't think is there. Oh, you said a fight is coming up.
Oh, the Canelo fight, but who's he fighting? I don't know.
I have
Is he?
no clue.
I think
If
that
it's
one's
not Floyd Mayweather, I'm out of it. I need to get updated on fighting and stuff like that because I haven't watched it in a while. What else?
Oh my God, I don't know. Mungia?
Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue. Vegas,
Canelo.
it's in Vegas, right? It's
Yeah, I
gonna
was
be on
supposed to
fire.
be there actually, but things clients be clienting, so I couldn't go. But it's all good.
Aw,
Yeah, it's all
I
good.
went with you.
I know, and they're having their Lovers and Friends concert too with like Cisco and all the R&B people. So that would have
Uh-huh.
been cool, you
Oh,
know.
that's nice. Lover and Friends.
Yeah,
That's always in me. It's like the early 2000 artists and
yeah,
90s
everybody.
artists. Everybody. Yeah, I
Yep.
forgot. Because they had one, I think, either last year, and I had one to go. You told me. I think I would have went.
What? You should have told me. I would have still went. I already
Let me
had the
see. Lovers and Friends
uh-huh. And it's
concert.
huge lineup, like huge. Lovers and Friends.
Yeah, May 12th. Shoot, that's tomorrow. Never mind.
Yeah, the lineup is crazy. You have Janet Jackson, Little Wayne. Look at it.
Yeah. Usher, TLC,
Ja Rule. Ashanti, I
Nelly.
saw that she posted she's in Puerto Rico yesterday, day before yesterday. So I'm like, how's she there and there at the same time? You even have Keys, Jeremiah, Robin Thicke, Timbaland.
Maya Khalees.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm upset.
Yeah.
Ludi,
Boys,
Nina Sky. Oh, they
Bonnie.
was throwing everybody together.
Oh, everybody. Like
Black
everybody that they can come up with.
702, Anne Marie,
Yeah.
Nani,
Akon, the
Sean
Dream.
Paul, Tyrese,
Tyrese is gonna be there too. Good for him. Look at you. Too short.
um, Brandy, my,
Mace, is gonna be there.
who?
98 degrees. Oh my gosh. Nelly Furtado.
Wow.
Lineup is crazy.
Fabulous, Kelly Rowland.
Yeah. It's gonna be so crazy. Yep.
I'm so mad.
Girl, I thought you
Anyway, yeah. Oh well.
well,
General
next
admission
year.
325.
Yeah.
VIP 695. VIP. Yeah, if this was I think I would have went. But I was gonna say what else? I think anything
This looks better than Coachella because Coachella was garbage. I didn't go because I've never been to
didn't even
Coachella,
look interested.
but it didn't look interesting and it didn't look like it's some place I want to spend money on going and driving up
Yeah,
there.
the Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Oh, the beef.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
Other
like
than
that's
that,
beef. Like it's because it's so news and they're like, hey, what can we do right now to kind of like get everybody going?
slow.
Let's create a Nas Jay-Z type of beef where everybody goes head to head type of thing. So, and that's going to be the most infamous beef there is in the world. Like, I don't think there's anything touchable between the Nas and the Jay-Z one, even though they get along now, but still.
Well, party. They trying to diss him. I mean, it's really nothing that's going on. I'm
No,
looking and I'm like, I don't see anything
me neither. So that's why
interested in him.
we gotta talk about our personal life. Like, forget everybody else's drama. We got our own drama we dealt with. You know,
Right.
we got our own stories to, our
So, Jazz, you want to get into it, or you want me to get the backstory?
you can get the backstory and then I'll get into it.
All right. So, like, what was it, about 10 years ago when we was
When
living? Were you still in LA? Huh?
when we were 17.
Right. Don't tell
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Younger living a fast life. But yeah, that's back in the magazine and all that kind of era. It was out in Cali, and did we have anywhere to stay? I think it was like in hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to get our hustle on.
Yes, we
So
did.
Jazz know a lot of people, and this just out there. So can't get into it because it's a lot.
It is. So you get oh, that's so funny. But tell us the backstory, Artisha, please.
Basically in LA, living a crazy life. Shoot, that's
It's
that's pretty much it. That's
well,
the
they don't call it
story.
Hollywood for
It's so
nothing.
long. They don't, and it
Yeah.
was so long ago. So I'm trying to remember back pieces, but now as a full grown adult, I'm
27.
like, that was dangerous. So
It
when I
was.
tell people the story, I'm like, and this was all before sex trafficking and all that was. I didn't know. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. I thought it was one of those kind of like what's the word where people make up, it's like a UFL word basically. People
Yeah.
make up stuff, conspiracy. It's like
Right.
oh, that's not real. Until I went to the movie theater and I watched a movie. I forgot what it was called, but I think Paula Patton.
Oh
She
yeah. What was the movie called?
I
Damn,
forgot.
it went really popular too. It's on.
Yes. And so when I watched it, I was like, okay, this is a movie until the end. When it had the credits rolling, it was like, no, if you see anything like this is based off a true story. Sex trafficking is real. And I was like, oh, it's real, real. Like it's
Yeah.
scary out here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, remember all those missing kids?
I know. A lot of them that you see when you go to Walmart is like
Well,
those
yes, I was
wall
gonna
who's
say
like
that.
missing, or a lot of kids that are in foster homes, how they go missing. Well, are they missing or are they being sold?
Abducted or sold. Yeah. So for me, I was like, wait, what? Putting all the pieces together. And now it's even more scary. Like the other day, you're like, oh, go running. I'm like, by myself. I'm like, I went walking one time and I see the creepy guy on the bike and I was like, I ain't never doing this shit again.
Really? I used to go running at 11 o'clock at night, 11:30 at night, just to go for
What?
a run. Yeah, it was my therapy every single night. And then one time,
Syria, what you in? What
girl,
neighborhood?
I was like fearless. I didn't care. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I know how to fight. I'm cool. But then I started carrying like knives and like pepper spray and all that stuff. And I was like, you can't run with a GUN on your waist. It's too heavy. So
Oh,
you
I'm
know.
like,
But this guy in a pickup truck, he stopped at the stop sign and it was dark and it's a stop sign. It's not like a light where he's got to wait. And he was waiting for me to kind of like get towards the stop sign. And then he puts his head out the window and he's like, hola. And I was like, hola, hell no. So I like went around the corner and then I was running every single night, like a certain time. And it's just so funny because I went to run the same night, the next night, and he was
yeah.
looking for me. And then that's when dead ass, I stopped going for runs at night. Ever since then, now I don't do it anymore. Yeah.
How long ago was this?
This was
Probably
like
yesterday,
2 years
knowing you.
ago. No, no, no. This was a few years ago. So now I do go running, but I go like the latest I go is like 7:30 at night. And I change it up. I don't be in the same spot no more.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't mind what part. And it's so funny because I don't know. Me and my cousin was supposed to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go walking. And I remember years ago, we had a dream
Uh-oh.
I had a dream that somebody was trying to kill us at the
Wow.
same location, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I want to say maybe like a week later, we end up at that same location. I'm like, whoa, this
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. I was like, yeah. And then it has like this tunnel that you go down in, which is really weird. I don't even know why they
Like a
still have
walking
a tunnel,
tunnel?
a walking like down under walking tunnel.
Oh no.
Yes, because it's like a trail, so it takes you to the other side of the
I mean,
town
that's
or
cool
whatever.
and everything,
It's
but
cool, but it's
it's kind of scary.
and so I had that dream, and I was like, yeah, let's not go through that tunnel. I had that dream.
Yeah.
No, And it's funny because years later, me and her was supposed to meet up at that same location, and then I was like, oh no, I remember having that dream. So should we go back? But she ended up didn't wake up, so
That's a calling. There's a reason.
we
There's a
just
reason.
gotta switch locations.
Yeah.
That's
Not
creepy.
go through tunnels because I wouldn't. Heck no.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Anyway, so not anymore. Now I don't even want to
Well, we should
go
know
down my
better here. I
window.
have no experience with Hollywood. Well, that one time that we almost got, so basically we were almost, I don't even know if sex, I don't want to just say the word because God forbid, are we even allowed to say the word online? Sex trafficking? So it was to the
Mm-hmm.
point where like what happened was me and Artisha was basically homeless.
Well lit area.
Yeah. And I was calling a couple people and I was like, yo, do you know anybody that has a place for us to stay? Because there was not a lot of hotels that were local to where we were at that had rooms available and they were mad expensive. And if you're homeless, it's because you ain't got no money. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I hit up somebody
That
that
was kind of like by choice because we was trying to have fun. Like,
yeah, exactly. It wasn't
mm-hmm.
like, the other homeless part of my story, that's a whole nother ballgame. But for this particular situation, that's what was going on.
I need to
And
write a
the
book.
circumstance we were in that we had to sit here and be like, damn, we gotta sleep in this car. So,
Mm-hmm.
so what happened was I had called up somebody that I had just recently met, but I known him for what, like a month or two, that clown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, do you know anybody that has like a place to stay? Like we're limited on cash, but we can like give something for letting us stay there. And he's like, oh yeah, call so and so. I know this guy that he's like a producer and a director and all this other crap. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah, he's out towards where you're at. So hit him up. Here's his number. So we hit him up and we're like, so and so clown, because that's what he is, told us to hit you up and so that we can stay, that you have like an extra spare room or something, like you have a property like Airbnb type of thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yes.
considered
Mm-hmm.
Airbnb back in the day. It was just considered like somebody renting something out. So the guy's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sure, why not? Like how many of it is how many people is it? And I was like, it's just me and my best friend, female.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Mm-hmm.
asked me male or female, and I said female. Remember when he
Yep.
texted? And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what does that matter? And then I was like, whatever. So then he ends up meeting with us and he brings another guy with him, right? Like he said he had to bring.
Oh, so they own, I think, like a club restaurant. And
Yeah.
so he was like, meet up with us behind it, which that's where the parking lot was at. It wasn't nothing
Yeah.
like creep mode. But he was like, I'm in the parking lot behind it. So we went in the parking lot and we was just, like, you and our eyes were networking. Like
Yeah.
that's all that was
Yeah.
until he kept was like, wow, you ladies are beautiful. And we like, yeah, we know this. Like,
Duh.
duh. But then he kept was like, wow, y'all got nice teeth. And
I
like,
know.
and me, it's like,
It's like the big bad wolf. What nice teeth you have. And you're like,
yes. And we're like, yeah, like,
that's random.
that's
Okay.
random.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
He's probably like, those
okay.
teeth cost a lot of money on the human market. Just saying. Girl,
You never
the
know.
human
Now
body is worth billions of dollars.
examining everything that you're saying and going back. Anyways,
Yep.
so he said his business partner was in there and he's waiting for him. So
Yeah.
that was another red flag where it's like, why are you waiting for a business partner
Right.
to show us
Right.
a place that we're gonna be staying at? Like
Right.
that makes no sense. But anyway, we were like, okay. And he's like, oh, I know this person. And you know that Snoop Dogg movie that just came out? He was like, I know that producer guy and the directors, all my friends, like just saying a
Mhm.
whole bunch of accolades so we could be
Blowing
like,
up.
really?
Yep.
Wow, cool. We're down.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember anything else he has said?
He was
Or
just trying to gas up himself to make it
basically
seem like feel comfortable with me
until
because
his
I'm
friend came
somebody
out.
and I know people and I have this and that and we didn't think nothing of it. And I watch
Right.
a lot of Evil Lives Here, and I always say once they say this exact line, we didn't think nothing of it, shit goes down, and we didn't think nothing of it, and shit went down. So it's like you know what I mean. But go ahead.
So yeah, his friend ended up coming out. He was like a big, tall, goofy look. Like they both looked
Another
it
sound.
weird, and I think they're either the friend or him either had like jacked up teeth,
Yeah,
if I'm not
that's why when
mistaken.
he's looking at our teeth, like if I
Because
pull
he
over
wanted
and build my own
molars and put into his own mouth. So yeah, it was creepy. At that point, when a friend came out, it gave a little creep vibe, but we was like, let's not overthink it. We're gonna
right.
be
We're overthinkers
optimistic.
already, you know?
Overthink this already. So we was like, we're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna just follow them.
Right. Right.
So they hopped on the highway and we followed.
Yep.
And then it was about what? How long? You was like, whoa, I don't know this part of
Like
Cali.
45-minute drive. I'm like, where are we going and why is
Where
it
we're
so far?
going.
It was like 45 minutes to like an hour of us driving. And I'm like, whoa, I thought he said it was around local to where we were at. So where are we going? You know what I mean? And you were like, girl, what can you text him and ask him where are we going? So I texted him, I said, how far are we? He goes, oh, we're up there soon. Just keep following me.
Just keep following, yeah.
Yeah. So we kept following him, and then we get to he ends up pulling in, mind you, at this point, it's like what, 12, maybe 1 in the morning at the point, right?
I wanna say, like, I felt like we met up with him in daytime, but by the time
Yeah.
we got to the destination, I'm like, hold up.
By the time we
Who
waited
were
for
we
him,
following? I think it ended up being like an hour or something.
yeah, it was like
But
about
me and you, we in the car, so we like talking, have a conversation. So we not even realize we just going for a ride, and then we like,
right.
wait, how long it's been? So by the time we got to, it's so weird. By the time we got to
Yep.
the destination, it was dark.
It was like we met up in the morning time, but by the time we waited for him to get his homeboy for what reason, and then by the time he
So
finished,
maybe it
yeah,
was like around like 6 p.m. It was like in the evening time.
yeah, because he had to wait for his friend to get off or whatever for whatever
It was
reason.
like 6, 7. Then the
Yeah.
hour drive. By the time we got there, it was like it's just so weird. I don't
I think
know.
it was no, because we had to wait for the guy to come out. So
Mm-hmm.
after we waited for the guy to come out, then he was yapping,
Yep.
trying to make us feel comfortable with him first. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's like
Mm-hmm.
about 10 something at night. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
10 something, 11 o'clock by the time we got
Yeah.
to this place. So he ends up pulling in into a gated, like those metal
Before
fence.
that, we was about to like, hey, we don't think we're gonna be interested. Remember, we was
Right.
like, we got
Right.
a
I
little
wish we still
scared
had
because
the
we was
text
far
message.
out.
Let me look for it up. Yeah, it was far, and I said we had said, "Oh no, I think it's gonna be too far. We have to stay close by." And he's like, "No, no,
Yes.
no, don't worry about it. It's fine. Like it's really close. Watch." And he just kept trying to convince us to not change our mind. And I was
Mm-hmm.
telling you, we were telling each other like, "Yo, this doesn't feel right. Like, why is
It
he
felt
taking two
right.
girls out of nowhere, like so far out?" And it was
Right.
like industrial looking,
It
so it
was
was
industrials,
looking
the uptown.
yeah, it
And
was
you was like, I'm not familiar with these areas at all, so I don't even know how to get back home or
right,
get back to the city, get back to Hollywood.
right. It was like we're driving through like emptiness.
Then that's another thing too. So if we had half a tank, by the time we got to the destination, our gas was low. Because I'm wondering, like, was we slipping that bad that we
No,
forgot to put
we
gas in?
had gas, but by the time we got to where we're going, by the time we went to go meet with him where he was at, then he drove us to Bumblefuck Egypt.
Yep.
All of a sudden, our gas was mad low.
Yeah, and
So
we had no choice. Yeah.
no choice. Yeah. So we
No,
pull
no.
into
So we pull into the hangar, right?
it was an airport hangar.
It was an airport hangar,
But it was an
and we were like,
abandoned airport hangar.
yes. So it had like a slight hill you had to go
Yeah.
up and then go down, dip
No.
down into it. So even like if you try to yell for help, like people would have to
They don't
go
hear
up
you.
that hill to look down to see what was going on. It was just,
Right.
it was weird. But we was
Right.
like, We asked for a place to stay,
And he took us to an airport hangar
an
that was
airport,
abandoned. It wasn't
so they
even,
was gonna
it
fly us
wasn't
out.
real. It had like a airplane there, but it wasn't an active airport hangar where it was like multiple, where people keep all their airplanes at. Like it wasn't like a thing where it's like,
So we was about to get flued out,
yeah. So
out,
he was like,
out, out.
oh, it's okay. Let me unlock the gate. So he unlocks the gate and tells us to follow him in. And we're like, we're
Jasmine, don't go in.
yeah,
Don't go in.
yep,
I was so adamant. I said, I do not feel comfortable with this. She said, no, let's just see what he's gonna say first. And I said,
yeah.
I'm not
At the
rolling down
worst
my
case, we
window.
could drive off, me and my
Hit them.
dumbass. I was like,
I was
and you
like,
were like, do you
no,
have weapons in here at least? And we're looking at we
nothing.
probably had nothing. We had no weapons, just our guns.
Guns,
Just
yeah.
these-
Because by then
that's
I was
it.
working out back then.
Yeah, and my nails to claw his eye sockets out.
Right. And
That's
my
all we
teeth,
had. We and
the
our
teeth that they admire, they about to
yeah,
get.
and that's these. I'm like, you like these teeth?
They turn into a vampire.
Yep. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave these
Plot
choppers stuck in his
twist.
skin. I'm gonna I'm gonna bite his head, the one on his head, this one, before people start saying something.
We done pulled on his hand, the toupee done come.
And the funny thing is like this is a dead ass story, but we gotta laugh about it because it's just so like how
We
much
were, and while it was going on, we was at that point when we got to that little fake airport. That's when we was like, oh shit,
yeah.
shit is real. Because we were expecting to pull up to a house, a condo, like a living space,
Yeah.
not a make-believe airport. What
Right.
what do you do
Right. That
at
you
an
have
airport?
a freaking small little airplane. Like, where are you taking us? So
That was weird.
we pull into the thing because I'm dumb. And I was like, oh no, let's see what he has to say. Like, we need a place to stay. We need a shower, da da da. So la la
It
la
was
la
that
la.
serious.
Drive in there and he tries to close the gate behind us. Remember? He tried to put the lock back onto that gate part because he had to open it with it was a metal gate.
By the time the other guy came around, then
Yeah.
he came to my window first. I was like, go to hers because I'm not pulling mine down. I was
And
pissed
he
by
was
then.
like already annoyed. So he comes to my window because I'm the la la la.
We made up, we're gonna get something to eat.
Yes, because I saw he was going to close the gate. So I said, oh, we got to get something to eat first before we settle in. And he goes, something to eat? You guys didn't eat? I'm like, no, we didn't eat yet. He's like, okay, well,
Give us dinner. He was like, well, we're gonna get dinner with you guys too.
Yeah. He was like,
I'll follow y'all.
And we were like, for what?
Now it's getting weird. Why you didn't allow us to leave?
Right. He wanted to
You want to follow us
where we were going. Exactly. So we used that excuse. So he ended up not closing the gate because I said we wanted to go get some food first. And he was like, basically, we'll let you go, but we're going to follow you. And we're like saying in our head, like, why follow us? For what? You know what I mean? So we end up driving off. And then we're like, bro, we don't have no gas.
No gas. So we're like, now we got to fucking stop.
Yep.
And get out and bumblefuck town.
Yep.
To get gas. So our brilliant idea was,
we're
gonna pull up to this gas station. I'm gonna put $5 on the gas pump just to get the hell out of here.
Yep. I just have enough to get out.
What? I think it was like we split the payment. I think somebody had cash and somebody had card.
Right.
So I think that's what we had did. So we was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the teller. And then you're gonna pump. So we kind of split outside just in case something happened. Yep. And so it was like, okay. So I was like, all right, let me go to the teller. One of the guys follows me.
Yep. He follows her into the gas station thing. And I said, he's following her because he wants to make sure that she's not telling the teller that we're being followed or to call the cops or anything like that. Because why else would he come in? He didn't buy nothing. He didn't get gas.
He didn't offer. He didn't even offer. He heard me said 5 on pump 6.
Yep. And
he did. I'm thinking he was gonna be like, just 5 on both plugs. Yep. No, and that's how I was like.
Because he wanted us to not have enough gas. So when we run out of gas, he's already following us, right? So why would he want us to be fueled up if this guy is trying to follow us and not let us leave anywhere? And then we're in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of
We
industrial.
don't even know where we at. We don't
Yeah,
know what
there was
city
a
we
point where
in.
GPS was like, sorry, I don't even know where you
And then
are.
this is about what, 10 years ago? So GPS probably wasn't even GPSing.
It wasn't even GPSing. It was like, hey, turn on the street that's coming up. It wouldn't even tell you what the streets were. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like compared to how advanced it is now. And because we're like in an industrial area and usually hangars don't have
Yes,
signal.
no, don't have signals. Yeah.
Yes. So there
Yeah.
was no signal. And then a lot of places that we were at had no signal. So we were like, so when he saw that you put $5 of gas, he didn't even try to offer because why would he want to offer you enough gas money so that you can escape him? You know
My
what I
in
mean?
my opinion, that pissed me. I said he
And
ain't
he
gonna
stood right next to her at the
right next.
cash
Like if
register.
he was,
He
I was
just
gonna say
came
a
up and
sugar
was like,
daddy, but at that point the sugar daddy would have paid. But he just was like,
he just stood there like
maybe
making
make
sure
sure they
she
not
wasn't
going.
doing anything.
That was bizarre. So anyway, I get in the car. I told you what happened. Then you was
And
like,
he was
oh
like,
shit, let me hurry up and pump
yep,
so we could get out of here.
yep.
So they still waiting. We hurry up and pump. You get back in the car. What happened next?
So we get in the car and we look at each other and we're like, we got to get the out of here. F out of here. And we got to lose them. So we get in the car with our $5 of gas. All right. And we said, Lord, we're going to make this.
In the Fast and Furious?
The Fast and Furious never went to the gas station. So if they didn't go to the gas station and they never run out of gas, then we good. You know? So we haul ass. When I tell you I step on the gas, it was to the point where the tires like remember they skipped?
We was like, yo, forget the stoplights and the stop
Yep.
sign
We didn't
because
care.
it's our life that we're trying to say. So I'm like, turn left, turn right, keep going, don't stop.
We
That
were
we gotta
literally
figure out
like,
a way to ditch them. And I think they ended up stopping. No. I think okay, speed back, speed
oh
back
my
a
god, my
little.
hair got all messed up. Like I was really in the car.
So you had text them, I think, after we had got in the car, and he was like, what, y'all scared or something?
He
He
said,
was like, my
we're
friend
gonna
just
kill
got
you.
out of prison. Remember, he said he just got out of prison. He only killed one person. Remember, he was trying
What
to
he
like
said.
say like a little funny joke, and you was like, girl, look, you look sad. And I was like, what the hell? And he put the LOL. And we like,
Yeah,
no, you don't joke like that. So I said, no, I'm pissed off because that's disrespectful.
right.
I was like, why would you send two girls to an airport to
No
stay?
signal. Abandoned airport hangar by
That don't even
ourselves.
make sense.
Completely gated. So he locks us in. We're
He
in.
was like, it's
That's
the
all the way
safest.
down.
He tried to gaslight. He said, what? What you mean you don't feel safe there? He's like, airports is the safest place because you got maximum security.
Yeah,
So I
from
was like,
you.
ask him, would he have his daughter stay there?
Yep. And he said no.
And he said no. Case closed.
Place closed. I
The
was like,
hell?
would you allow your daughter to stay here
Daughter.
with
Yeah.
some guys that you don't know? And he goes, no.
All right.
And we were
Well,
like, okay. And even more reason to drive at 900 miles an hour. So we're like driving through the streets. And I swear that engine was smoking. So
the Toyota. Still
yeah.
got the picture of no,
Really?
not that first kiss. I got the picture of when I was last there with you. Remember?
Oh yeah. I gotta go
Not
find the
the
Google photos.
yeah, not the
And
that
I
we
wish
had.
I had like the text messages. So at the time I had an Android. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
now it's like
the
when you
clouds and the Google don't mix.
yeah,
Apple
it doesn't
clouds and
make all the
Google
Google
beefing.
stuff. And at the time, it was a T-Mobile's
Because
email.
this would have been what 2012. Wait,
Yeah,
you were living there,
I
and
was
man, remember
partially. I had just got here
you
too.
just had got there,
Yeah,
so
so it'd be like 2012,
it was
right?
2012. So I don't have anything as far as memories of me, and I'm thinking it would have had been around July, August.
I think maybe because I got here. As a matter of fact, I got here 13 years ago, as of yesterday. No, as of the day before yesterday.
A happy anniversary.
Myself, thank you. I'm gonna go celebrate and buy myself something nice.
It's 13 years. I like that number.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't have anything.
I don't either. I'm looking. I don't have anything not in this. It didn't save to cloud because I didn't have this phone.
Well,
You know,
back then, I don't even think we had too much clout because I only have like 5 photos.
yeah.
But in 2017,
Let me see. Yeah, you know what? Every photo we've ever, I never delete my threads to my text, and
mm-hmm.
they're all gone. Even the one with you. So I was looking to see if we had it still stored in here, but we don't.
Because
But
when I was out there, May, I
yeah,
was out there in May in 2017, the last time I was out there.
right.
But yeah,
But we drove off like 200 miles an hour. We can't find it. If we ever do come across it, we'll just show it in the next video or something like that. If we find the hangar, because I remember we tried to take a picture of it, but the way Samsung was before, everything was a blur,
it was
pixelated thing.
ready. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we kept driving, trying to
driving
dodge
200 miles an
them.
hour.
We end up getting rid of them. And I said, okay, I haven't seen their car. I don't see nobody following us. The best thing to do is park somewhere because
Yes,
they don't expect to see a moving car looking for girls. So you in the attraction and the flow of things, let's hurry up and park. And
right.
I seen like a parking garage that was probably like the post office
Yeah, it
that
was
had
like,
a lot of cars and
yeah,
trucks, like the small little post office trucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I did have
And I
that.
was like, hurry up, go in that that spot right there. Hurry up, turn the car off. And
Yep,
we're gonna wait and see if
yep,
they're gonna come and follow us. And I was like,
yep,
we're gonna have to hang out here for a while and call for backup and call for
yep,
help. So
yep.
we went boom right in that spot. Hurry up, turn off the car, like in panic
Touchdown.
mode. We like we looked around when we didn't see anything. We was like, we looked at each other. We was like,
And we started rolling because I'm like, I think it was more of like a nervous laugh because we
it
were like,
was a
our
nervous
breathing was
laugh.
so high from running from these people. And I promise you, every car that passed by for like the next hour, we were so
So yeah,
paranoid. We were like,
yeah,
that's
because
him,
it's
it's him,
like,
it's him. And and then this one car, while we were hiding, just when we were like, we're about to leave, there was
pull up.
that same car. Do you remember what kind of car it was? I don't.
I don't,
It
I
wasn't a
don't.
new car, that's for sure, but it was like an
It
older car.
wasn't. It wasn't even nothing fancy, right?
No, it was like it wasn't, definitely wasn't. Maybe it was like I don't even remember. That whole
I
thing
don't
was
remember neither. That's
I
the
was
craziest
so
part.
fixated on their faces just in case we had to, and yeah, so the car, it looked like the exact car was driving real slow with just not
Yeah.
even the main lights on. It was like the low lights. And we were like, oh my God, they found us, they're back. And we're like freaking out, dude,
Ow,
because
yeah.
there was no way to come out of that post office. There was only one way in and one
In
way
and one
out.
way out.
Oh,
Yep.
because it was after hours, you know what I mean? You're not even supposed to be there in the first
You're
place.
not even supposed to be. That's supposed to be for workers only. And we was like,
Yes.
fuck that shit. We
Yep.
got to.
And it was closed. So it's not like we can go in there and be like, oh my God, we're being followed, whatever. So then after that car drove off, we waited another 30 minutes. Mind you, we're like
We
falling.
called for backup, remember?
Yes.
So I was like, get on the phone, call for whoever that you know to see if they know where we at or anything. And remember, you called Risane. And he was like, where are y'all at? He was like, y'all at places that people don't even go to.
Yep. Yep.
He was like, y'all need to get the hell out of there. And I think he was like, that area is racist.
Yeah. He did say that.
So we were like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, nah,
How
y'all need to get
the
out.
hell did you guys get there? And why are you there?
Why are you there?
He
Yeah.
was
And
like,
we was
bro,
like,
get
forget
out
all that. Just
ASAP.
just come and find us. Just and I
Yep.
think did they oh, they was like, well, get us a specific address.
Yep.
So we was like, okay, we're gonna go into this other gas station. And remember I asked for the Indian guy. I said, what do you have what's the address? And he was like, I'm gonna print it out on a receipt, remember? Yep. And so then he printed out a receipt. I'm like, hey girl, this is where we at.
Mhm.
Tell them so that way they could come. And that's when they was like, how the hell you guys got out there? Like that's far. Like
Yep.
nobody go out there. Like that town is racist. Like
Yep.
that no, like get away. So I
Yep.
think Did we wait until they
Yeah,
came,
we waited
or
till
we
they came
met
because
them
it was
somewhere?
a well-lit area. So we were like, that's an inside joke, but it was a well-lit area, and so we waited there for them to come. Yeah. And
Okay.
then we told them, and then we went out to eat to Denny's, which I heard they're closing, so that sucks because that's a cult memory. And we
Okay.
waited until they got there, and then they said, "What the hell happened?" Because we looked so shook. You know what I mean? So we had explained to them everything that happened, and they were like, "What the hell?"
What was y'all thinking? Y'all should have stayed in a well lit area.
Yep.
And then
Well,
remember, he was like, I could get some pillows from my grandmother's house and some sheets and t-shirts and blankets, but
yeah.
make sure you stay in a well lit area.
I know. I was like, damn, you're not even invited us to your place. So we ended up sleeping in the car. We ended up staying in a well lit area. Thanks for that advice to the clown that told us that. Till this day, still clown. And we ended up we said, you know what? We
Well
didn't trust anybody
lit
at this point.
area.
No, but we didn't even trust anybody at this point. We were so over it. We were like, bro, I don't even want to stay at nobody else's house. I don't even want
No,
to deal with no one. We were like,
no,
just give us the pillows, give us the blanket, and we will sleep in here because we're safer in the car at this point.
you're
So we
safer
ended
in
up
the car. Yeah.
putting our jackets on the little what's that thing
Hook
called?
thingy,
Yeah, the little hold thing.
hanger.
We ended
Yeah.
up
The
putting our
suit
jackets
hanger
there.
thing.
Yeah, and we just so happen to have that thing that covers the windshield for the sun. We put it on there and we were like, good night. But it was
Yeah.
not easy to fall asleep because every car that passed by, we were like, you know what I mean?
By
Like
then it
mad
was like,
paranoid.
because we went out to eat and everything. So by then it was probably like 3 something in the morning, 4
Yeah,
something. So it was like pointless to even go to
yeah.
sleep. It
It was
was a nap basically.
yeah. And we were like, seriously, we're like shook, but we also said this is just another kind of core memory that we're gonna have because
Basically, it was us.
lesson learned.
Knew what we was getting ourselves into. Like we was like, we're gonna hustle, we're gonna just living life. When people be like, go hard and chase after your dreams, that's
I'm
what
like,
we was.
if
Oh,
you're
we
not giving me
chasing
the
after
chase
our.
that this guy did to us, I don't want it. So it's
You
like,
said what now? I couldn't hear
but
you.
then if we're not gonna chase the way this guy chased us, I don't want it. Because like, he
Really?
was,
Man, chase after your dreams like that.
yeah, well, he was like, this dude was crazy. So our estimation of obviously everything that happened, like you take away the naiveness of being young and like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and you're like, yo, we was literally getting set up to either be like sent and shipped out, or we could have got with the K word, or we could have got the M word. You know what I mean? Like
It all
all
went
M word.
down.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I'm like, yeah, we definitely was gonna get whatever and then flued out.
And flew
That
out,
hanger
not in
was
a
a cover up.
voluntary way.
Because he said he owned it or something.
He said that was his friend's
Got too
airplane
many damn friends. I don't like that. Saying that.
jet. That was his
But
somebody he knows air
airport.
and airport. Yeah.
See, this is where curiosity kills the cat because I just want to know what would have happened if we would have went inside of that. Like, what was their intentions? I guess that's what I want to know.
Right.
Like, there was
Right.
no way you're gonna say, okay, here's an office and some beds that you guys could stay in. And hey, if you want to take a trip to Puerto Rico, you can just walk right on the plane and be out. Like, was
Yeah.
we about to live the best life or not
Right.
have a life?
No, we probably wouldn't even be here today to see the story because their intention was not to give us a place to stay. Their intention was everything but for us to be sleeping and for us to be safe in a well-lit area. You know what I mean? So it's like the everything that they did, it doesn't take like a genius, it doesn't take a detective to know like we were being followed. He was monitoring us. He made sure we didn't
He
call the
was
cops.
monitoring
Yep.
us.
He wanted
Yes.
he didn't want us to leave. He didn't want us to get gas because he knew that if we had enough gas, that we'd fly out and we would fly like like leave them.
Right.
I was gonna say that in Spanish,
Hmm.
and it's like and just everything that led to that. If it wasn't for that one moment, the pivotal moment that was like, no, we need to get something to eat, just to make sure that we did not get locked behind that gate. Because, like you said, you can scream all you want. You're in an industrial place. Nobody knows where we're at. There's no signal. So who's gonna know where we are, what
Who was
happened, or
gonna know?
right?
Nobody
Two
would think
girls.
anything
Oh,
about anything of it.
yep,
Anything of it.
yep. And that's where we know, like, that's why I don't even like getting into Ubers. I'm like, nah, I have my car. I get my own. I get where I gotta go.
It
But I'm
is. That's why I kind of like question them, do Google
like,
research on their photos. Like, hey, like nowadays, I'm so paranoid with
yep,
everything and
every,
everybody.
yep. Everybody. That's why I don't post where I'm at. And if I do post, I say this is law. You post after you left. I
You
never
post
post.
after
I don't
you
post what
leave.
kind of car I have. I don't post where I live. I don't talk about
Mm-hmm.
my personal life. That's too
Mm-hmm.
personal. I'm very mindful of like what I put in public and what is private. You know what I mean? And I keep my circle so small, it's not even a circle. You know, it's like
It's not even a circle.
it's not even a circle, you know? So it's like I'm not beat, and it's like stuff like that. And they say it's not called Hollywood, Hollyweird.
It's highly weird.
This is where a lot of that type of situations go on. And I'm pretty sure that there's a million stories like ours. And unfortunately, there's a lot of stories like ours, but that ended up worse. So we are blessed.
We
We
are
have
extremely
common
blessed
knowledge
that
and
we
yeah, and safe. You know, that our spirit guides were like, hell no. Say you need to get something to eat because once you get locked behind this gate,
it's no coming back.
there's no coming back. You know what I mean?
Anything could go
So,
down.
and
And
these
like I
guys were
said,
what, 6'4" and
they
6'2"?
were tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're little. So
All
I
like
can
white
fight and
men.
you can fight, but these are men overpowering
These
you
are
and
men.
you're in their
And you
territory.
don't know what else backup that they
That's
had.
what I'm saying. And you're in their territory. So
You're in their
they know where
territory.
to go. I don't know, the back
We were
end
so
or
vulnerable. We didn't have no weapons
nothing.
but the car.
That's it. I run them over.
We didn't even know where we was at.
Yep. And it
We
was dark.
didn't even know how
It
to
was
get
dark. There was
out
no
of.
light.
It
There
was
was no
dark.
light there.
So it wasn't like we well versed, like, oh, we know this area.
Yep.
So
The
if
only
we
thing
need
that
to
had
run
light
this
was the
way,
actual hangar had one bulb on the side of it. That's it. It was
yeah,
black.
it was black.
Yes.
It was
I'm
black.
like,
Yeah.
oh hell no, we're not going in here. He's about to close the gate. Hey, we're hungry. We gotta get some food. It was like that. And it was like
And the fact to
uncomfortable.
stalk us, it wasn't even like, okay, when you guys finish, just come on back and
Yeah,
we'll got you or
yeah,
anything. But to say, oh yeah, we're gonna grab something to eat too to follow us.
yeah, to follow us. And then chased us. Like we don't mean like he was like tailing us. We
Once
mean
somebody
I
would have
was
said,
driving
I'm
him
going
up.
to get something to eat, you're supposed to be like, okay, cool, just call me if you still interested or whatever.
Yeah,
But the fact to be like, oh, we going too,
yeah.
to
And then chased
follow,
us at
and
like
then
90
to
miles an
get
hour.
out your car to follow me
Yeah.
in the gas station to put
Yep.
money on, like, that's that was crazy.
It was
That
crazy.
was,
It was, and
yeah.
you know what's crazy? We have even so many more scenarios where it was some similar to these, or just so many crazy stories. And we figured, you know what? We need to be a little bit more. We always say on our other shows that we need to be a little bit more open with like our own personal life, like experiences, things. And I'm like, yo, we should even talk about this because this seems to be like a really big issue and an ongoing thing that's going on. So I'm like,
Mm.
yo, if you know anybody that's going through something like what we're going through, you guys need who's that line that you have to call contact when it comes
Well,
to like
that's what I was thinking too. I'm like the sex trafficking on the safety
trafficking?
hotline.
Yeah, sex hot trafficking hotline. What is it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hotline. Let's see. We're going to put it in here because it's a real thing. It says help is available. Speak with someone today. So it says
I'm zooming in. Let me see.
it's the National
Let me see.
Human Sex Trafficking.
Yep, hotline.
And
And there
here's the
are,
number.
when I worked for the airport, we had to take training on identifying who could be possibly sex trafficking. I don't know if that's what I'm explaining.
Yeah.
So like cues are like if a guy is with them, they're very controlling, they kind of got them like by the hip, they
Yeah.
don't have them hold their own passports, and that's
Oh, you go like
why.
this. I think it's like this. This means
So
you
they
need help.
need help. So signals, yep, certain
Yep.
signals. And that's primarily why TSA said everybody needs to hold their own passport.
Right.
So
Right.
that way it can help sex traffickers or anybody that's in danger that don't want to go. That is their way of
Yeah.
saying, hey, help me.
Yes.
And they already could get that help. So nobody's like, oh, let me show you their passport and have that control. And like, nope, they can talk for themselves.
Yeah.
So my cousin, she had worked for TSA and said that, cues and stuff she'll pick up on if guys is controlling or have their white passport, she's barely talking or,
Or
things
looking
like that.
down and like feeling
Heads
like
down.
nervous energy. Yeah, it's
Yes.
a real thing. So I think everybody should practice those things. Like look it up and see like what signals there's, like hand signals or words that you can use to let people know like you need help. We could have called
Mm-hmm.
the situation. Did we know? Because our adrenaline was so high, the first and only thing we're thinking about is get us out of here, because we thought we didn't know where we are. So how are we going to tell the cops where we're at? You know what I mean? And by the time they get here,
We done.
like we'd rather just go off on our own. And that's exactly what happened with us. So always I say, like, from this point forward, from that point forward, I always said, always know your hotlines, always know your body signal, to let people know, and always, obviously call
Check your
911. Yeah,
surroundings.
but if you can get out safely and then call 911 then. But always remember their face, what they had on, their physical features, their name
Identity
tags
with
on the
card
card.
and name
Yeah,
tags, license
stuff
plates,
like
and
that.
stuff like that.
So you can give as
Um,
much description as possible. You know what I mean? And probably for all we know, one day the same idiots that did this to us will be watching the show like, they remember that? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know what I mean? You're lucky we don't know, but we know. We
I'm
know.
curious to look up that restaurant club. I
Yeah.
just don't remember
I don't know
exactly
what
where it was
city
at.
it was. At this
No,
point, I
see.
think we were in Bakersfield, because Bakersfield is in
No,
like,
I'm talking about the club in Hollywood to see who's
oh,
the previous owners or the name of the company or any
no,
kind of information to kind of like look up and do an investigation. Like,
because
but
I'm
we
pretty
wasn't thinking
sure
about none of that at that time. Like, we were
Mm-hmm.
young. We wanted to be in Hollywood, and that was our focus of being actresses and meeting and networking. Like I said, that was like a networking thing that to us, like, okay, we're just networking.
Oh, he's
That's
the
what was
producer and
our
he's this and he's that. And we're like, oh, yeah, this is perfect opportunity. They're so nice.
right.
They're letting us stay there. But of course, if you think about it, of course, they're going to let two beautiful women stay.
Mhm.
And this is the crazy part. They planned on staying with us. We were not going to be there by ourselves. They
Did
weren't
they
just
have
dropping us in.
bags?
They don't need bags. They're not trying to have a slumber party.
Right.
There's two girls. They got nobody, no place to stay. They're desperate.
They're
They're putting
desperate.
on nice teeth. We're gonna bring them here, and we're gonna sleep with them. Or we're
Yeah,
gonna
basically.
stay in this hangar with them, because he could have gave us the key and said, here's the key.
Here's the address.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna
here's the
let
key.
so and so let y'all in. Like that's in our mind frame of how we thinking. But when
Right.
he's like follow, he's getting a friend. All of these clues start to go.
And this is the place that he was already renting out. So it's like, if that was the place that he was renting previously, then he would trust us and be like, okay, so it's gonna be $100. And
Right.
this is the money. And here's the key. Make sure you lock up and you guys text me when you leave. Have a good night. But no, they were planning on staying with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we can break it down in so many, now that it's past
It's
a year,
so many.
we can break
Yeah.
down every single little thing that happened and be like, oh crap. And
If
it's like,
we really analyzed,
yeah.
especially at right after it happened, and we kind of like analyzed, we would have got more information and would have been like, okay, yeah, this is definitely. But it's kind of like when it happened and we got away because we were young, we were
Yeah.
just like, okay, on to the next thing, and it wasn't really a big deal, like I said,
At the
until
moment.
at the moment, until we go, wait a minute, remember that crazy
Yeah,
experience we experienced? It's like, whoa. And then now it's like, yo, we could have got sex trafficked.
for real. Or even worse, molested or something, shit like that. That's,
Yeah.
or the other words, the you know what I mean? And the
R
other,
words, or
you know,
you never know. And they probably thought it was prostitutes or something.
probably,
LA
probably.
is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's definitely different. That's why I
it's
don't,
almost like how these girls have like OnlyFans and then invite the men over or they stalk them to their house or whatever. And then once they don't want to like have a relationship or whatever, or they become obsessive, they start to kill them. Like the 2 or 3 model girls out in
I
LA that
saw
were,
that. Yeah. All in the
yeah,
same street. Yeah. I
all
saw
on the
that.
same,
And then
yeah.
they
And they
made a
still haven't
Lifetime
found
movie about one.
anybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't. It was there was one guy that they caught. He was like Latino, or I believe, or some light skinned guy or something. And then there
Okay.
was a Lifetime movie about a girl that started an OnlyFans, and she was like, this guy was like really paying for her services,
Her
like
lifestyle,
yeah, her
right?
and her lifestyle. Like he was really
Her
funding
paying
her.
her rent.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'll give you 5,000 if we meet up. And then she met up with him, but she thought because it was her first like person to do that, she
Mm-hmm.
thought, oh, he's so nice, he treats me so good. And then she
No,
went to go meet up with him, and he's like, I need to be able to do these things to you. And she's like, no, I just thought we were meeting up. And he
meeting up,
goes,
right?
no. Then what do you think I'm spending 5K on? And I think it was like 5K. And then he went crazy, and he was like stalked her
When
and tried to go after her and everything. So it's just like it's crazy.
it's
It's just crazy.
crazy, and it gets even more crazier out here in this world.
Yeah, I know.
That was the story time. We have so many
More.
stories. If you guys are into the story time, or are you more into celebrity news and gossip, or if you
Yeah.
want to hear more about our personal lives, or if you want to hear business, or if you want to hear anything with traveling, or what else? What else topics are out there?
The topic is that you guys, the more people that send us their private messages, because we do get private messages on our social media channels like TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Or you guys can comment in here down below or on our videos or anywhere. Just contact us and let us know, like, hey, we really enjoyed this video. We want some more information on how we could do it all, whatever. Or, you know, there's a certain topic that you guys want us to talk about. You guys got to let us know so that way we're able to cater to you guys. Because at the end of the day, we're here to make sure that you guys are enjoying our channel and that you enjoy what we're talking about. And
I know we enjoy what we talk about,
yeah, we
but
enjoy it,
you
but
guys,
we got to make sure that you guys are really like,
or reaction videos too.
oh yeah, reaction
And
videos.
what
We
kind
definitely do
of reaction videos? If it's YouTube reaction videos, basketball reaction
yeah,
videos, boxing, like
or
it could be
particular influencers
or
reaction
particular
videos. Like
influencer
you
videos
guys are
or
in y'all court. Like we're at your disposal to what it is that you guys want to see us talk about. There's a special request, like a
mm-hmm.
question you guys want us to give you advice on, or a special request of a type of
Yes,
video.
advice. Oh, I love doing that. Yeah.
Me too. I'm like Dr.
I
Phil,
love when we
you
get
know?
our fan mail. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We do have a couple of those, but we wanted to like kind of like pick and choose which weeks to do that. But that's why we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to bring this up, because this is an important topic, and I felt like this is something we should talk about. This topic we did today.
And we also in week 10.
I
So shout out
know.
to us being
Hey,
consistent.
where's the applause?
Hold on.
No, we got to do the applause.
Hold on. Applause. Oh, cheers.
Every Friday at 9 a.m. Western time, and what is it? 12.
12 Eastern time.
Yes. So
You'll find us here on these YouTube streets. And
yeah.
don't forget to follow Jasmine's YouTube page. I think it's what, Life Code
At this point, it's Life Code or Jasmine. I don't even know what
or
it is.
Jasmine on. Just type it in YouTube,
Yeah.
whatever pops up.
Yeah.
But yeah, until next time, you guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. Subscribe to our channel. Be a part of the family because you just never know. And hit like so we could get into these algorithm streets. And make sure you comment down below because we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, we do. Comment down below, and we'll see you guys next Friday. So
Bye. Bye.